By the time you're watching this video, it will be March 1st, the start of our one bow challenge for 1 year, which means that what we've decided today might not necessarily be what we have tomorrow morning, but more than likely...
I'm done. I'm totally done choosing. I can't take the stress anymore. Thousands of arrows were fired.
So many arrows. Joe, what was your last moments like, having any bow choice in the world?
It was actually nightmares at night, trying to sleep and like just waking up in cold sweats to the thought of having to pick a bow for a year. And I honestly decided in the middle of the night, I was like, I'm done thinking about it. I'm picking a bow. I can't do it anymore. This is the dumbest idea I've ever had. I can't take it. So if I just pick one, I'm done. And then I don't have to think about it anymore. And then I can just get to building awesome arrows all year. We should keep a clicker for the amount of different dozens of arrows we build, because that's the only thing I can do right now.
So when I was finishing up I took a lot longer to choose than Joe did. Joe's had his bow for like 2 weeks now. I had it down to 3 bows, and then I brought in 7 more bows, and then I narrowed it down to 3, and then probably got back up to 12.
It's crazy.
I mean, I had customers shooting the bows, just giving me their feedback, and then they'd give me their feedback, and I'm like, that's not what I wanted to hear. What, like, who asked you?
Dude, I remember the one guy was like, I like this one, and you're like, no, you don't. And he just walked away. The guy's like, I don't know what just happened.
And, I mean, it certainly wasn't an easy decision to make, and I almost switched again last night, but I was like, you know what, no, we're gonna ride it out with this bow.
I actually took all my other bows and stripped them down and threw them in boxes and put them on a shelf so I can't be tempted. It's the only way I can keep myself from playing with them. But yeah, it's been kind of fun already to mess around with stabilizers a lot more than I normally would. Normally I'll just throw some on and be like, yeah, it's fine. Played with arrows a little bit already. I have one of those little Mantis X8 puck things you put on your bow and it tracks all that. So I kind of want to play with that a little bit and see what kind of like stability scores, kind of like its metric, I can get by adjusting some more stuff and keep the feel the way I want it. I ordered basically every stop I can get for this bow to figure out get the holding weight exactly where I want it and fix a little bit of the draw cycle. So yeah, I'm excited to just get into it and like really deep dive into this bow. I'm not going to do too much until the new strings come, hopefully this week, and we'll see what happens.
We've had a lot of indoor games between the two of us with these bows, and now it's time to take them outdoors. So we're going to Punderson State Park again, with my dad is going to be joining us.
It's 30 and sunny, so it's like summertime here in Ohio.
We're going to do some long range, we're going to do some sighting in, maybe hit the field course, I don't know, we'll see where the day takes us. Yeah, this will be a chance to test our bows long range and to show y'all what we picked. I'm recording.
Alright, so the moment you're all ready for. Like we said, it's been tough, but in the end, I went PSE Evo XF 60 pounds S2 cams, currently set at 28-inch draw length.
So for my decision, bow of the year, I went with the Bowtech Revolt XL. What the heck, really? Yeah, I went with the Bowtech Revolt XL. 70 pounds, 28.5 inches. Got a whole bunch of junk on it we'll talk about later.
The lid would just tie down. How's it going? Not too bad.
What's going on, Ed? Went off on the draw. So why'd you choose that bow?
It just kind of was the middle of everything, right? It's the 33-inch bow, 60 pounds. Got an Excel AccuHunter, the Hamskea Hybrid Pro Shrewd bars. Draw cycle's not exactly my favorite, but I feel like it's kind of that, like, I could do everything with this bow. Like, my main concern this year is tack, and alpha, so a little longer range stuff. So didn't want to go full target bow, slow target bow. So yeah, I think I'm happy so far. It's shooting good. I'm happy with it, and I can't complain. I mean, I'm sure I will in a month, but not now. How about you, Luke? Why is the Revolt in your hand?
Honestly, this was a really surprising one for me because, well, like I was telling you, I didn't like the Revolt X that much. This just seemed like the middle of the road of anything. This, for any other like bow choice, this is not something I would have picked really.
So you're out here shooting them at 80. We finally got our pins taken care of, and just throwing down some groups. A little bit of a light breeze from our right to the left. So yeah, all is well in the world.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I can definitely get some good breaks at this distance, and then I got somewhere I'm like, holy crap. Definitely torquing the bow to the right, I think, a fair amount.
Yeah, I'm good with how this holds. Like I said, I definitely want that 120 to 130 yard pin for tack. But yeah, I think I can do anything with this bow. It may prove me wrong, but I think I can. I've shot some indoor 5 spots with it. I've shot some Vegas rounds with it.
Shot some walls with it.
I did shoot some walls. That was more the release than the bow, though. Maybe a combination of the release and the back wall of this bow dropping too hard and bouncing out, and then hinge lets one go into the wall. But you know, the gold tip pierces saved the day, and they still work. I just had to put a new bushing on them.
Yeah, I will say that one thing I really appreciate about this bow, I got the Lucky stops on it, and I was able to totally change my draw length and my holding weight out here, which personally for me changes drastically from 20 to 80 yards. Yeah. So it was really nice to be able to just take out a set of Allen keys, no bow press or anything like that, just to adjust it. Let's go see how we did. Another one? Okay, yeah, I pulled out my worst arrow. This is my group right here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Somebody jumped the gun and pulled all his bad arrows out. Oh, look, he smoked it.
It might look like I shot like 6 arrows, but it was really just the 2, and then I just stopped and it felt good.
Yeah, I'll keep it real since Luke is trying to do some Hollywood magic on us. Not the greatest group ever, but definitely at 80 yards, I'll take it.
So as far as the bows we picked them for very specific reasons. I can't say that this is what I recommend most people to go with. In fact, I really ordered a limited amount of these just because it's kind of a weird bow. I can't shoot with my glasses on.
That's a problem.
I tried it at 20 and it was like...
I wanted to so bad and I couldn't.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like a... What did you say, like the F-150?
Yeah.
It's just like average at everything. Like this is just like something where I know it's not going to outperform in any category, but it's also not going to like tremendously underperform in any category.
But that's exactly what we need for an entire year of shooting. Mainly because we shoot a little bit of everything over the course of a year and normally have a bow for it.
Oh, so yeah, torque that to the
right.
right.
So right side ring.
Yep.
Exactly 3 o'clock.
It's cool. I enjoyed knowing what the issue is. Like if I miss, I really enjoy knowing why I miss. For me, that's almost as good as not missing, just because you know exactly what you need to work on.
Usually it's because I suck. What the fuck? I mean, what the?
Where'd it go?
Dude, I saw the shadow hit the bottom of the bale, and I thought that's where the arrow went. You're like right a little bit, like halfway between center and far right.
Okay.
Yeah,
that didn't feel bad.
No, the shadow.
Bow's junk.
Yeah, the shadow was on the bale, and it like almost hit the wood. I'm like, what the? Okay, that's better. I'm just trying to get in your head, so your group's not better than mine. There you go. That one's just high center.
Cool. Shoot like a 6-arrow group here, unless I shoot 5 good arrows and then 1 bad, and then we're only gonna film.
You'll run down there and pull it before we can get it. Bottom of the center ring.
So this is 80 yards. We didn't do it at 100 this time just because I have a 7-pin sight and Joe forgot his AccuClicks at home, so we're just...
Don't blame this on me. Don't blame this on me.
It's not that we're incapable.
It's just that our groups will be a little bit better at 80, hopefully.
That's a little bit low.
Just outside the inner ring.
Low?
Yeah, like I mean, right next to your other one that was a little low.
I'll probably make this last one here. A little bit low as well.
Yeah, you got like a little 3-arrow group right there.
Nice.
Little tiny low right.
Honestly, like the bow indoors, I'm gonna set it up totally different from outdoors, which these Lucky Stops are pretty nice for that, but I can say I'm positively surprised with how it's shooting outdoors. We shot a little bit outdoors a while ago when it was kind of nice out with these 2 bows, and my draw length was off, and Joe had his own issues, so we didn't stay out here for too long, but it feels good, it holds good. Regardless, it's going to be a long year.
Okay, like I said, PSE XF33. I mean, real reason I picked this bow, I have history with PSEs. I've got 2 other ones. I know I can shoot a PSE fairly well at pretty much everything. So that's, you know, the grip agrees with me, the bow agrees with me. I do have all of the Lucky Stops coming, so that'll be nice to be able to play with that. I will probably switch out to a titanium cable ride guide rod, and I have strings on the way already because PSE stock strings are junk. PSE, fix yourselves.
Yeah, I'm sure they really care.
They don't, but I do.
They had no idea they're saving a bunch of money by making junk strings.
Yeah.
This review, they're like, what?
No,
they're junk?
We thought they were good. We didn't know the peep would twist in 1,000 shots, like it is now. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it's an all-around bow. I wanted something faster, but I didn't want a 70-pound bow, so that's why I did this. I mean, could I get by with a 70-pound bow for shooting indoor leagues? Probably, but it's not going to be as much fun. So I think the 60 was the way to go. You know, insight peep, so I can switch that all around as I change things out.
Got 2 just low of the center ring, 1 on the top of the center ring. Or on the outside ring, I think.
But yeah,
Dead nuts.
Shoots good enough. And like I said, once the new strings are in and it's all tuned up, it'll be ready to rock. This is barely tuned as it is, so. He says you need to tune a bow to shoot far. That was me. Right edge of the target.
I honestly have no idea. I'm terrible with binoculars.
Okay.
But yeah, both these bows have just pretty much been paper tuned and that's it.
Alright, that's enough of that.
You got a nice little low group there on the bottom of the inner ring. Nice shooting.
We'll see what it looks like.
So Joe's got two groups there. Looks like it's probably just peep alignment is what he's thinking. And then mine is because while Joe was shooting at 80, I stepped back to 160.
Oh, yeah, is that it?
And that's why it's a little bit bigger. But no, I can definitely tell that it's torquing. But I think we're pretty satisfied with that so far. This is my dad, by the way. He didn't want to be in any of the videos, but
He's just gonna be awkward.
that's too bad.
Nice.
Just finished up shooting at Punderson, 80 yards, sight in, got to just screw around with our bows a bit more. Are you happy with it?
Yeah, I'm stoked. Like I said, I picked a bow that I knew I could live with. I knew would be dependable. I knew I could get by with because I've had just one PSE for, I mean, it was probably only 6 months, but I did only have one PSE for a while. I mean, I would honestly pick that bow if it was a newer model and not a little Frankenbowie right now. But yeah, the 33 it's shooting really good. I kind of wish PSE would have put out that 35 this year because I might have leaned that way. But I'm totally happy. Like, I think with, you know, just changing a couple setups, it'll be perfect. And honestly, I'd kind of like to shoot, like, that's what I've been doing. I've kept the same setup now, the 3-pin slider, the 15-inch front bar, 8-inch back bar. I kind of want to just, it's a little more of a challenge to myself, not change that even. I'm not committing to this. I'm just gonna, like, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm stoked.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. We do have our swap card, but
I don't want to use it.
I don't think either of us are gonna use it. Once you start going down that road, it's a hard road to, you know, get off of, I guess, to continue the analogy. But yeah, we have a steak dinner going on it. So, like, if I switch, I owe Joe a steak dinner. If he switches, he owes me a steak dinner. But more importantly, bragging rights.
Exactly. And I'm kind of hard-headed, just a little bit, especially when it comes to a bet with friends. Like, I mean, like, I don't know,
enough.
It's happened. Yeah. Like, we're like, it's bad.
Yeah.
So
the bet is plenty. We didn't even have a reason for doing this one bow a year challenge, and we ended up doing it. So the bet in itself is enough.
yeah. And so one other thing to add to you guys, since literally no one that comes into the shop thinks that we're going to make it, we decided to try to turn this into a little bit of a fundraiser.
Yeah, it's hilarious. They come in and I like tell people about it, and I'm expecting encouragement or like, oh, that's cool or something.
And they're like, yeah, you're screwed.
Like, what are you talking about? You're going to... No, absolutely not. So it's like, huh, okay.
So yeah, we're trying to prove them wrong. So what we decided to do, we are starting up like a kids club at the shop. So we are going to sell squares. We're going to print out 2 calendars. You can buy a full week, 1 through 52, for each of us. So, you know, if you want a week, one of my weeks or one of Luke's weeks, it's $5 each. And we're gonna sell you the week. Winner gets wins the pot. If you know, you choose the correct week. If we win, we're gonna take all that money and use it to help get our kids club up and running, and try to help some other, you know, little kids get into archery and all that stuff. So if you guys want to get in on that, reach out to us. You know, you could call the shop, you could reach out through Instagram or Facebook or whatever, message us, and you could, I don't know, we don't have it set up quite yet, but you could PayPal the shop the $5 on the friends and family, and we'll fill you in, and we'll keep all that, you know, public and on the up and up, so there's no weird questioning there. But yeah, so we're gonna challenge everybody to put their money where their mouth is. You think we can't do it, we're gonna try to prove you wrong and take your money.
Yeah,
and
so
give it away.
We'll have a video on how to, you know, do all that stuff later once we figure it out. Honestly, I've never made one bet in my entire life, so this is all new to me. But, you know, if I was a betting man, I would probably bet against us. So
I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the bows. Like I was saying before, I don't expect to love them right away, because that will fade. It's a new toy, so, you know, like, if you love it like crazy, it'll probably get old on you. But if it's just like a middle of the road, like at everything, you'll probably grow to appreciate it, is my thought process. We just came back to the shop after filming our Punderson shoot. where we both decided that we had figured out what bows we want for the entire year, fully committed, ready to do this, ready to get going.
Send it into 80. We're ready to party.
Yes, like, okay, there was one big problem. We got back to the shop and Phil from UPS was there.
The greatest UPS guy in the country.
Yep, shout out to Phil if there's any like UPS higher ups watching this. Phil's the man. Anyway, this problem.
This problem.
And I'll just show you. Let's see if I can kind of block out the light there. This should have product focus. You're just gonna have to bear with me. Sorry, this is kind of embarrassing. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. There. We got to levitate in.
So we had to wrestle for it, and I'm man enough to say Luke won.
So we got this bow in a while ago. Actually, this is our first one here, but we had the bow in the shop. Our rep came by with one of these things to shoot. We both thought it was like a pretty cool bow, but like didn't really care all that much. Thought it didn't feel good. It was a 70 back down to 60. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. That one felt okay. This one feels amazing. And well, here we are, I guess. So yeah, that was a really short-lived time with the Revolt X, but technically, you guys are watching this tomorrow. This is still February 28th, so I have plenty of time to switch this over, and announcing my bow choice for 2022, whatever this year is, until March of 2023, the PSE Levitate. If you weren't considering buying squares before,
You guys probably want to get in on this.
yeah, I urge you to reconsider.